record this. So what is he saying? Sarvopanishado Gavo. All the Upanishads are Sarvopanishad is Gavo are cows. See, great. All the Upanishads are cows. The son of the cow herd is the milker. Partha Dugdham is the calf.
Arjun.
Huh? Partha is the calf.
Arjun.
Sorry, what did you say?
Arjuna is the calf, no?
Partha is the calf. Arjuna is the calf. Sudhi. Sudhi is the pure intellect. He is the enjoyer of the milk. And the supreme nectar of Gita is the milk, obviously. So interesting, see. Upanishads equals cow. Calf equals Arjuna. Milker equals
Krishna.
enjoyer of the milk equals intellectuals.
Intellect.
Intellectuals. Now, to milk the cow is an art. You and I cannot do it if you have not done it before. It's an art. So, you need a experienced person to milk the cow. Who is the experienced person? Bhagavan Krishna. What is a cow? What's a cow? I said now. Cows are sarvo.
Senses.
Are
Go.
sarvopanishado gao. Sarva Upanishado gao.
The Upanishads are the cow.
Ah. And the milker is Krishna. Krishna is milking the cows. So Krishna is taking and reading from the Upanishad almost.
Teaching us the Upanishad.
So who is doing that? Krishna is teaching us the Upanishad. Nobody can do this. Krishna has to do it because only the milker knows how to milk the cow. You and I don't. Now, the cow will not give milk without
The person who knows to milk, he'll.
that's correct. What do they do to get the milk out of the cow usually? When will the cow give milk?
When it is given birth.
That you have to go to a Gaushala and see. The cow will only give the milk when the calf is around.
Yes.
Yes. So let's say the calf is dead. Let's say they stuff the calf
Oh. To make the mother cow feel that the baby is there.
to lactate. So this is how it is. The cow will only give the milk when the calf is around. Is the calf getting the milk? Who gets the milk? We get the milk. The end user gets the milk. Who milks the milk? Krishna milks the milk. Who gets the milk? The pure intellects get the milk. Arjuna is the calf. Arjuna is the means, but he is not the benefactor. So, Arjuna was an excuse to give Gita, Bhagavad Gita, to us all. So interesting. Where did Krishna get the Bhagavad Gita from? From the cow. Upanishads.
Upanishad.
Now, one more question. Where did the cow get the milk from? That is the most interesting part. How did the cow get the milk? By eating what?
Grass.
Dry grass. Dry grass, let's say I say all of a sudden, Are, why should I depend on the cow? I will eat dry grass and produce milk. Not possible, right? Dry grass is the rough experiences of the world, unpalatable experience of the world. So Upanishads are revelations of these great masters who have lived in this world, experienced the harshness and the goods and the bads of the world, and derived philosophy out of it. Just because you have experiences doesn't mean you're philosophical. धूप में सफेद नहीं हुए बाल. I know what is. I'm 70 years old. I know what. No, I have known many 70 years old who act who act like kids fighting with the brothers or the sisters. Just because you have experiences doesn't mean you'll derive philosophy. Who says that? That is not true. You need great masters to derive the content and write it in the Upanishad. And that Upanishads you and I cannot read. You read and explain to me. You and I cannot read. It'll, I think one of these Western philosophers said Upanishads are the blabberings of the early manhood. Because early mankind. Because he couldn't understand what the Upanishads are saying. A normal person cannot understand. You need a master to interpret the Upanishads and get the saransh out of it, the Gita. Who is the master? The milker, Krishna. This is what he's saying. When there is a calf, Arjuna, when there is a listener, Krishna disseminates the knowledge. It doesn't necessarily mean that Arjuna got the knowledge. And you can see at the end of Mahabharata, there's a story. Arjuna comes to Krishna and says, Krishna, can you? It was a very interesting, the whole after the war and everything, when they were celebrating, there's a story. He came to Krishna and says, Bhagwan, can you repeat that Gita again? What you said? Krishna said, bye bye. He's not, at that time, there was a necessity he gave for the humanity. And the intellectuals are the benefactors. You and I, supposedly intellectuals, we are the benefactors of Bhagavad Gita. Sudhi are the enjoyers. The intellectuals are the enjoyers, not the calf, poor calf. Anyway, it's a little different topic, but we take certain things granted. You know, I don't know how many are meat eaters here. Meat, eggs, dairy, we take it for granted. अपने लिए है. So, ठीक है. Milk na, अरे milk, cow milk, it's for me. No other mammal. You see, after a certain, once they get the teeth, they don't have milk anymore. No other mammal does that. Only human beings do. We kind of, I don't hate to use the word, but it is the word. We tend to take a moral high ground to abuse others. You know, and then steal the milk. That was meant for the calf. Anyway, it's a very different topic altogether, but still, since I we were talking about cows, it's thought about. Right. Next verse.
वसुदेवसुतं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् वसुदेवसुतं देवम् कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगत् I salute the teacher of the world, who is son of Vasudeva. Krishna again, who killed Kamsa and Chanura. Kamsa and Chanura are the two brothers, evil demon brothers, and is the one who gave the divine joy to Devaki, mother. Nothing much here, but we can derive something out of it. So Vasu means time. Vasudeva, Lord of Time. Krishna is also called as Vasudeva, right? Meaning he's a source of time. The concept of time comes from consciousness itself. Why would I say that? When do you not experience time? Is there a possibility that you do not experience time?
Maybe in sleep.
Sleep also you have a time now. In your dreams you have time.
So then it's all the time.
No. You
Is
are
it
right.
in death?
Huh?
Is it in death?
Death, where is
There's no question of time.
no question of time. You are not. I'm asking a person who is alive.
When you're very happy, you don't realize
Happy, yeah.
the time.
See,
And
in
when
deep
you're
sleep,
sad, you feel the time is not going. When you're happy, you feel the time is flying.
that is different. That is the length of time reduces and
Okay.
increases.
Okay.
You don't experience time in deep sleep.
In deep sleep.
Ah. Why? Because you're not conscious. So
So I
consciousness.
told you sleep, no, sir.
I thought dream. You said
I said sleep.
sleep means what? You have to be very
I,
specific here in this
yeah,
case.
I was not
Dream or
specific,
deep
but I
sleep.
just said sleep.
Acha, acha. I know you meant deep sleep only, but
No,
kind of
actually, I did not mean it, honestly. I
oh,
just said sleep.
what?
When we say dream state, we don't know what is dream because we don't remember our dreams.
After waking up, you don't remember. But in
Yeah.
between, we are experiencing time, na?
During the sleep, I'm doing everything, whatever
Ah,
I've dreamt of.
based on time you're doing. But in deep sleep, you don't. So this is what he's saying. So unless you're conscious of the experience, you don't experience time. So consciousness is Vasudeva means he is a what do you call the Lord of time itself, consciousness. So Kansa and Chanura were two brothers. Uh, Ugrasena was a father. So I'm just giving you some story. So Kansa usurped the kingdom from his father and then started, uh, doing lots of atrocities. Then, there's a, what do you call, आपने सब तो सुना होगा कृष्ण भगवान का story. Then Akashvani आता है. Akashvani comes and says, the eighth son of Devaki will kill you. So all the seven sons, the moment they are born, he kills. The eighth son, somehow Krishna escapes. How Devaki had the child, but she never had Krishna. Interesting. So what is Krishna is infinite. Devaki is finite. Finite cannot encapture infinite. कहाँ से आया? So infinite came from the finite, no? So the finite cannot capture infinite. That's what he's trying to symbolize. Immediately, Krishna was taken out from Devaki, taken away from Devaki. So you can, symbolize this. And Krishna is blue color, yellow clothes. You must have seen this. Yellow is the color of earth. So blue is the color of Sky. Sky is infinite. Earth is finite. Krishna is infinite. He is wearing finite clothes. Infinity garbed in finite.
Finite.
So you and I are infinite, garbed in finite BMI. There are so many symbolism. Krishna sucking his toe. Symbolic. Right? Kansa and Chanura are ego and egocentric desires. Mathura means sweetness. So the sweet place, I mean the sweet world, the experience of the world should have been very sweet and good, but your ego and egocentric desires pollute it. Then when you incorporate Krishna, when you go towards consciousness, when you say I am not this BMI, I am the self, the ego reduces and dies. Again you experience Mathura, which is infinite bliss. And he's the Jagat Guru. Jagat Guru is Guru can only convey the knowledge of self to the extent he has uncovered it within himself. Now, how he expresses depends. He could talk, he could sing, or he could be silent, like Ramana. But he is conveying the self to the extent he has uncovered. If Guru has uncovered 100% self, he will convey 100%. Now, but sir, I was with Ramana Maharshi, but I did not get enlightened. The problem is your container is small. He is giving you a lot, but your container is small. So that also can work like that. See, very interesting. One of the stories, see, knowledge doesn't have to be conveyed by information. It's very interesting. Buddha was sitting with his disciples, and one guy comes and then says, Bhagwanji, I don't know what to ask you. Right? I don't know what to say. You know everything. आपको सब मालूम है. आप ही कुछ बोल दीजिए. And then he sits. Buddha is also sitting alone. Usually Buddha, when somebody comes, he answers, he explains, he talks. But this time, very strangely, when people come to him, otherwise he is silent. When people come to him, he's never silent. And this time he is silent. Both of them sit for an hour, and this guy is crying. And then after an hour, he says, "Thank you for conveying." And then he leaves. And the disciples are perplexed. And they ask Buddha, what is this? What is happening, Why you didn't say anything? He said, मुझे सब समझ में आ गया. Thank you for answering all my questions. ये क्या हुआ, भगवान जी? Then Buddha says, see, there are 4 types of horses. He was explaining to his, a younger cousin, whose name is something. He was explaining to his cousin because he was a very he had a thing for horses. He was a good horse rider and all. So there are 4 types of horses. One horse, mand buddhi, you hit it and all that, it will not move. It's tamasic, it's rigid. The second type of horses is you hit it, it will move and obey you. The third type of horse is you make ishara, like that, it will move. It will follow your order. The fourth type of horse is just, it is synced with you. You can talk to horse people, people who are horse riders. Their own horses, they just know what the master wants. He is that kind of a horse. I don't need to talk to him. We just conveyed in silence. So To the extent the Guru is realized, to that extent he will convey the knowledge. So he's a Jagat Guru, means he's a Guru of everybody. He knows everything. Okay, we'll do the last verse quickly. This is also very, very symbolic, but we cannot get into so much symbolism. Bhishma and Drona were two banks. So the river is held by its banks. The banks are the reason a river is a river, or else it's a flood. Jayadratha was the water. Water means Jayadratha because he is the Senapati, the commander. Water is everywhere. So the presence of Senapati is everywhere in the entire army. Hence, Jayadratha is the water. Shakuni, the king of Gandhara, was the blue lotus, poisonous lotus. Shalya was the crocodile. Now, I can't get into all these histories of these people. Kripa was the tide. Karna was the mighty wave. Ashwadhama and Vikarna were the dangerous crocodiles. And Duryodhana was the whirlpool. Now, look at this. Imagine a river like this. So, you cannot get out of the river. The water itself is dangerous. There are blue lotus twines, it will hold your boat. There are crocodiles. There is mighty waves. There are whirlpools. How will you cross this river? And the Pandavas crossed this river of war with Krishna as the helmsman. So, you need to, now whatever you say, Vedanta or not, true Vedantin has this attitude of surrender. Without surrender, nothing works. There are obstacles in spiritual journey. The river is what? River is life. Journey.
Flow.
Shore of, sorry, from the shore of mortality to immortality, you need a boat and a boatsman. You need to wade through these mental agitations. The river has ups and downs. Life has ups and downs. Life rocks the human being. But if you have a good boatsman, the boat also rocks. But he will wade through everything.
He won't allow you to drown.
He will not allow you. Without faith, you are a loner. Humans cannot do it all alone without the support of this exceptional power.
In Hindi, we say, Beda paar laga de. Now, meri paar laga de.
Yes. So one must see, you must have the knowledge, intellect, analyze everything. But Another aspect is, even if after your analysis, things are not in your hand. The divinity decides what you want, what you don't. And you surrender to the divinity, it takes you. Now, that surrender is not part-time surrenders. It has to be constant surrender. I think Sadhu Vaswani, JP Vaswani says, Deena Bandhu, Deena Nath, Meri
मेरी डोरी तेरे हाथ.
Deena Bandhu, Deena Nath, Meri Dori Tere. So, this is what he says. Without the surrender. See, I told you, I think last time I gave you this example, right? A wife and husband going in a boat, and then there's a storm coming,
Mm.
and then the wife is terrified. And then she looks at the husband, and he's calm as a cucumber, riding it. And then the wife says, अरे यार, ये तो तूफान आ रहा है. आपको डर नहीं लगता? Then immediately the husband removes the sword from his sheath and takes it just in front of her neck, like that. And she is as cool as a cucumber. And then the husband says, aren't you afraid that I have a sword on your neck? Then she says, Are, you have the sword in your hand. How can I be afraid? I cannot be afraid of you. You are my husband. We are supposed to be together. I have complete trust on you. Same thing, he says. If the cosmos drowns this boat, let him drown. If he saves this boat, let him save. Just as you have so much trust on me, I have so much trust on him. I have faith in him. If you have this kind of faith, then you are done somewhere. So he says this. The boat, the ferryman is Kesava. The battle of river with Bhishma, Drona as a bank, Jayadratha as water, Gandhara, Shakuni is water lily, Shalkya, Salya, Shah, Kripa as current, Karna as breakers, with Ashwathama as Vikarna as terrible crocodiles, Duryodhana as whirlpool, was indeed crossed by the Pandavas with Keshava as a ferryman. Okay. Any questions?
In the past, whenever I remember any sort of Gita study, I've found the number of characters a little confusing. So the cow in Upanishad's verse is very meaningful. It's difficult to derive meaning from the verses where there are, a recent one where there are 10 characters. It's hard to piece together who's who.
So you don't need to actually correct. Your question is valid. You don't need to, because then for which you need to read Mahabharata. Now, if you read Mahabharata, then there's an extensive history, the genealogy, where they come from, what are their backstories and all that. Then it is interesting. But for philosophy that we are here for, you don't need that. Whatever ye characters hai. But certain main characters you need to know, Drona, Bhishma. These characters you need to know. Pandavas, Kauravas. Kauravas maybe khali Duryodhana theek hai, bahut hai. They had one sister also, Dushala bolke. Not one kids actually, not 100. And it was interesting. So short story, just interesting. Gandhari, Dhritarashtra's wife, she was in pregnancy for 2 years. I mean, how do you explain all this? I don't know. And then she had to abort. And then when she aborted, it was a mass of flesh that came out, like a thick mass of flesh. Then they called Vyasa, and then Vyasa had this yoga shakti and all that. And he said, okay, theek hai, let's make incubator babies out of this. I will make 101 babies out of this. And then one girl and 100 boys. So they had incubators, like 101 incubators at that time. And that's how all these 101 Kauravas were born. Now this is what happened. Now what kind of technology they had, or did this happen? That's not the question. But this is what happened. See, it is called itihas. It does happen. Now it's all based on you. But this is a story, interesting story. Because one lady cannot produce 101 kids. Poor lady. It's impossible.
Then
So,
even they say no that Krishna had so many wives. How it is possible?
Krishna had 8 wives, official.
No,
He
no, he
had
had
eight.
some 16,000 interests.
16,000 interests. Yes, very nice.
So the reason I know this is somebody in the family who converted to Christianity said there's a lot of hypocrisy in Hinduism, and they quoted this. Now, unless you know the deeper meaning and the symbolism behind it, you can't counter it,
Yeah,
right?
one thing is, ask that person, hey, you married? This is my guru asked this question. Are you married? Yes, sir. How is your married life? So, sir, so. Okay, one wife, na? I'll give you another wife. Sir, no, sir. One wife is too much. I cannot handle. मैं बाल मेरे निकल गए already. पूरा गंजा हो जाऊंगा मैं. Hey, you can't handle one wife. He's handled 16,000 wives. Sir, he must be God only. Only God can do that. See, 16,000 wives, no divorces, Baba. Perfect relationship with 16,000 wives. Can you believe that man? He must be God. Only God
Yeah,
can do it.
it must be God.
Handling one lady, takadinatom. 16,000. So, see, and also, what you must also understand is, world is for you to enjoy. It's not the quantum. You guys are wrong in terms of defining quantum in any enjoyment. No, no, no. I must be this much enjoyment only. Only then I'm spiritual. You are lunatic if you believe like that. On what basis do you decide? Jesus Christ was drinking wine. Are you saying he's bad? He was eating meat. Lamb को वो कर रहे थे ना. How can you be a meat eater and drink wine and claim spirituality? You got to be off your rockers. Ah. So, dude, don't take it literally. Understand the essence. What did Jesus Christ do? While he was being crucified, he said, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, who can say that, man? That's the greatness of these masters. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was eating fish. Vivekananda was supposed to be smoking. So, what does it matter? It matters nothing. We believe that a particular person should be like this, like this, like this. No, no. Spirituality has nothing to do with what you do. It's what you are inside. Well, just leave it. Those people just, okay, take it. Any question?
That cow verse was really good.
हाँ.
Really good.
Next एक दो वर्स है वो भी अच्छे हैं. Last 2 verses. Entire chapter 1 is very interesting actually. So much psychology in chapter 1. And then philosophy starts in chapter 2.
It means that the Upanishads and the Gita are connected. If
So
that's the knowledge that
हाँ.
Krishna is portraying.
So Upanishads are 108 Upanishads. उसका जो सारांश है, one way of
Essence.
presenting that essence, saransh, is in a form of Gita, 701 verses. There are many Gitas. Same saransh is in different ways. Viveka Chudamani is a book written by Adi Shankaracharya. It's a saransh of the Upanishadic knowledge. So Upanishad is the gold standard. It's the knowledge base. From that knowledge base, whatever you derive are the other books. So Gita,
Like that's the main source type.
that's the source. And Vyasa, very interestingly, first they were Vedas. It was one block of knowledge. Vyasa divided into 4 Vedas. That's to his
Hmm.
credit as well.
Sorry, how are the Vedas and the Upanishads connected?
So so Vedas are the entire bank of knowledge, which includes
The
rituals,
Upanishads.
which includes Upanishadic knowledge, philosophy. Upanishad is philosophy. 108 Upanishads, philosophy, which includes your daily rituals, which includes hymns, which includes mythology, stories, everything. Those are the Vedas, right? From the Vedas, the last part of Vedas are the Upanishads. Last part, the last part, 4 sections. Anyway, the 3 sections we forget about. The 4th section, the last part, Veda Anta. The Anta of Vedas is Vedanta. What is the Anta of Vedas? 108 Upanishads dispersed in 4 Vedas. So that is the pure philosophical content. From that philosophical content, Bhagavad Gita has been interpreted by Krishna in a particular scenario for Arjuna and us. So
Very helpful.
knowledge, philosophy, Bhagavad Gita from that philosophy. Right. Okay. We will close class with a chant. Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll meet next time.
Thank you, sir.